Hello, I'm SMB Collector. Throughout the past few years, I've had a lot of requests for a new room tour video, and as much as I've wanted to do so, I've been holding off for the day when my collection is more properly displayed in a room all its own, whereas now, it's partially in storage and what remains out is cramped and sharing space with a lot of my other belongings, such as CDs, books, and other media. Although things haven't reached that preferred point yet, and it will likely be a while before they do, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and make this video anyways in the meantime for two reasons. The first of which is because it was 10 years ago today that I uploaded my first room tour video, so this marks a special anniversary. The second reason though is because frankly, I don't know how much longer the collection will remain at least somewhat presentable like it is now. Each shelf is crammed to virtually max capacity, often with multiple layers of collectibles one in front of the other. There's even one bookcase that has another entire bookcase in front of it, and I suspect that could become the situation elsewhere as well. This layered effect, as you might have noticed, makes it where a lot of what's visible is the stuff that's been recently released, due to the fact that the items I've owned the longest typically become buried from the new things I buy. It's all like some kind of Mario geological formation, with the ability to peel these layers back to reveal more and more pieces, being like an excavation. So seeing as the collection will only get more and more multi-layered and packed from here, I began considering making this video just a few weeks ago, and after noticing how it would coincide with the 10-year anniversary of my last tour, I knew it had to be. Speaking of, my previous tour from 2010 was a slideshow of photos taken earlier that year, coincidentally about 10 years after I began collecting. That's another anniversary I'm celebrating now, 20 years of me collecting Mario stuff. It was around March or April 2013 when I consider my collection to have been in its prime when speaking in terms of the largest quantity of my Mario items to be out and well displayed. And that's when I should have made another video, but simply put, the collection had just so completely taken over that I reached the point where I felt I'd rather have some space to live than to have the collection all be neatly accessible, and I resolved to take the majority of the collection and pack it into my double-door closet, carefully crowding in as much as I could onto the built-in closet shelves, and from there proceeding to place whole bookcases and other things in front of those to make as much use out of the available space, which ended up with me storing an estimated 1,000 plus items. I wasn't in the mood to film a room tour back then, I just wanted to make some space, but in hindsight, I wish I would have taken the time. That brings us to today. What you're seeing is probably at best 2/3 of the collection, and what's actually visible is far, far less. And though I still reserve space for other things, Mario has certainly claimed the most, and will likely continue conquering more and more. My plan to someday make a video showing the entire collection displayed continues to remain, but until that day comes, I guess this video can tide us all over. One last thing I want to add real quick is that after reading the script over, I noticed that it may seem like I have a bit of a negative tone towards all this, what with the impending lack of free space and all, but that's not the case. Sure, things aren't ideal as they stand, but I still get a lot of enjoyment out of Mario collecting, and just within these last few years, I found my enthusiasm receiving several spikes upward, becoming thoroughly revitalized compared to where it was not long ago. Hopefully, I'll be able to continue this fondness for the hobby for the rest of my life. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks for watching.